By the way, everybody who calls in tonight gets one of the baseballs. That's part of our pact with you, the home viewer. But before you go crazy, these, as you can see, are Little League baseballs. See, Dave had pro baseballs. We have Little League baseballs. I'll have these signed by myself or a CBS executive. One of the freshest new faces in Hollywood, Lisa Kudrow, plays Phoebe on the hit NBC television program Friends. She's a nominee for an Emmy Award in the category of Best Supporting Actress. And we're happy to welcome her to our program tonight. Thanks for coming on, and welcome to CBS.
Hey!
Congrats on your Emmy nomination. How has that changed your life since that came about?
It's actually made me feel a little more confident. I don't know if that makes me a big fool.
You mean with
not,
the popularity of this program and the fact that you bicycled back and forth between this program and the other one, Love and War, you were not
mad about you.
Or mad about you that
Same
you were
thing.
not a woman possessed of great confidence?
Well, I had some confidence, and I was happy to be doing all that, and that was good. But you never know. I mean, especially actors are a little insecure anyway, and you really never know how you're doing.
When you were a young woman living here in Southern California, and you would watch Johnny Carson or the other chat shows and see actors and actresses come on, what was your opinion of them? What did you think of actors then?
I didn't have a great opinion of them. It's just that, and I used to do a thing at the Groundlings when I was there. I used to do your favorite actress on a talk show character, who just, her eyes were glazed over and just sort of, yeah, all right. Not answering any questions, just sort of being very
Or talking
pleasant.
about the most recent divorce, or the newest wife, or the newest girlfriend, stuff like that.
Or the newest tragedy, and I had a tonsillectomy, like something like really severe. So I don't know. And also, the newest divorce, and they're happy they see their kids like once a week. And I don't know, I just didn't have a lot of...
And when you decided to become an actor, if you're comfortable with that term as opposed to actress, did you decide that you were not going to be the one who would go on programs like this one, Please God, and your eyes would begin to glaze over in the middle of the... Believe me, in 40 years, I've seen them glaze like you can't believe, okay?
I know, like in the middle of your sentence, I'll just say, right. No.
Oh, cool, man.
Try to be lucid, alert, listening.
With the success of Friends, what about offers to do big screen motion pictures? Usually when someone is successful on television, the studios say, hey, this woman, this man could be big on the big screen. You?
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, there's a couple that I'm thinking about and looking at, and it's scary. To me, that's really scary. Mostly because, I wouldn't have been scared, before Friends at all. I'd be like, yippee. But
right.
Now, oh, look, it happened. But now I think it's scary because everybody's watching what we're going to do next. And I feel like I'm being going to be judged pretty harshly if I do something awful, even though it's not my fault if it's not good.
Right. This is great. You've given me a whole new technique. I just sit here and say, right. It's fabulous. What kind of roles are offered? What are they talking about here for Lisa on the big screen?
Well, there's a lot of dumb girl roles. Yeah. Which I knew would happen.
Right.
Yeah, so we could do the whole evening like this.
No, we won't.
But a lot of dumb girl roles, which I was expecting, because that's, kind of what I'm playing on TV.
I know, but you are hardly that. As a matter of fact, I'm told that you were a fairly studious student when you attended Taft High School here in Los Angeles, and you're a Vassar girl. You went east and went to Vassar, and for whatever the reason, your classmates there gave you the nickname of Einstein. You were a brain in college.
Kind of, yeah. At first they thought I was pretty much of an idiot because I was from Southern California, and I was happy, so I was smiling a lot, which I guess on the East Coast, that's the first sign that you can't be too swift if you're happy. But then I got wise, and I stopped smiling and judged everyone a lot more harshly, so.
And were you a popular kid at Vassar?
I don't know. I had my friends that I liked a lot, and,
And what did you study there? What was your main course of studies?
Biology. That was my major. Biology. I was really interested in evolution and a field called sociobiology. I don't know if you know
No, I don't know too much about
that one. It was it was.
But I'm just wondering, what would be the practical applications of a degree in biology and or sociobiology if you want to make your way in the workplace? Where would that take you in terms of employment or career?
Yeah, I don't think it would take me much further than another university where I could teach and do my research. And then again, the research I would want to do, which would be in like theoretical evolutionary stuff, wouldn't really bring in the big grant bucks, you know, so.
And socioevolution, tell me a little, or biology, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, what it is it's the interaction between biology and environment in producing social behavior in all animals, including human beings. That's sort of the TV log line.
And what would be an example of that? Let's say human beings. Mm-hmm. You know, the effects of environment and biology on human behavior.
Okay, well, there are some...
and I don't mean to put you to a test here. If you've forgotten it, it's okay. It's no great big deal.
I have, in fact, forgotten a lot. But there are lots of, you know, universal truths about different populations. And it doesn't matter, you know, what population you're looking at, but there are lots of taboos, like the incest taboo pretty much exists.
Universally around the globe, in most societies.
And in all species, too, pretty much. And I mean, it's a thing that's like very firmly rooted in biology, you know, because there's recessive genes and the likelihood of you know, close relatives, you know, mating, you're going to have those recessive genes pop up and you have a horrible aberration. And that translates to human behavior.
Does that follow then through the animal kingdom?
Yeah.
In terms of related animals would not cohabit with each other?
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, there will always be a variation here and there, but it's interesting that this is not a taboo that was made up by humans, but this is something that's almost drilled into the DNA of species.
Right. I mean, I think the way I understood it is that those individuals who had, let's say, the genetic predisposition to avoid incest were likely to produce more offspring, and they would produce more offspring. So that those genes are going to be, you know, furthered along.
So anyway, after college, you've had your fill of this.
No, not my fill. I really enjoyed it, and I loved it a lot.
Okay. But you came to a decision that you were going to go on and pursue a career as an actress in Los Angeles, California.
Right.
Okay, let me stop you there for a second. You said right very well there. Lisa Kudrow is here tonight from Friends. The toll-free is up and running at 800-952-2788. You're watching CBS. We'll be right back after these messages.
It's color printing, and it's state-of-the-art. It's flyers.
Value.
We're back with Lisa. Here's Dan on the toll-free from West Palm Beach, Florida. Hello.
Hi, Tom. I recently discovered your show, and I love it.
Thank you, sir.
I want to appreciate you for doing some research and studying up on your guest as opposed to just getting a 2-minute briefing. You really know what you sound like when you're interviewing your guest.
Well, you're very kind. I have a wonderful staff of people who provide me with all kinds of information, and they make this program possible. But that's not why you called, Dan. Say hi to Lisa. She's right here.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Lisa, I've been watching you, and I've been really a big fan of yours since you were on Bob Newhart's third sitcom, Bob.
Wow.
That was you, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in the last episode, Dan, where the whole thing was just a dream.
That was Newhart.
Or Newhart, yeah.
I think she was on his third series, Bob, and she had brunette hair.
Yes, Thanks for bringing that up.
You were hysterical.
Thank you.
You really were. You stole the scenes from them, and you have in the next 2 series. I wanted... Oh, I'm sorry.
I just said wow.
Wow.
Right.
Your timing also is just incredible, and I think that alone should win you the Emmy.
Thank you.
The question I have for you is that if your characters, Ursula and Phoebe, were dropped into a forest, which one would find her way out first, and why?
I don't think either of them could find their way out, especially not Ursula.
Especially not Ursula.
Yeah, I don't think she...
seems to have a thing going.
Well, she wouldn't be able to see, you know, well, this was dumb. I was going to say she can't see the forest for the trees, so she wouldn't know it.
There you go. I like when Ursula grabbed at the air. I think she was after a fly or something in the restaurant there. That was one of the funniest physical movements I've ever seen.
Thank you. Oh, I worked on that too. Thanks.
Yeah, great. What show do you like working with the most? It's kind of a dumb question.
Dan, if you have a long list of questions, I could visit the boys' room and come back, you know.
Just doing your job, Tom.
And not too bad, Dan. Don't show me up here now. Come on.
All right. I've just been a big fan of Lisa, and I'm really going to be rooting for you at the Emmys.
Well, that's really nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you called, Dan. Thanks for being with us, and thank you for watching our program.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye
Bye,
now.
Tom. Bye, Lisa.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So you made the decision after Vassar you were going to be an actress.
Right.
Why?
Well, it's something I'd always wanted to do since elementary school and junior high school. And it just seemed like after I graduated college, that was the time to do something so risky and one of those things that was a fantasy.
And your family supportive in that risk that you were going to take?
Freakishly supportive.
Yeah, I know that your dad is a man of science. As a matter of fact, he's a researcher and one of the foremost experts on headaches in this country.
Yeah, he just recently retired too, and my brother's a neurologist, took over for him. And yeah, but when I told them that I decided against biology and all that, and I decided I want to be an actress, they went, oh, thank God, yay for you. Seriously. Wasn't really the reaction I was expecting.
And like, what kind of research has your father done on headaches? What do we know about headaches now that we didn't know, say, 25, 30 years ago?
Well, aside
Does your father get a lot of headaches, or?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He did get a lot of headaches. The thing I think that drove him into doing headache research was cluster headache. I don't know if you know what that is.
No, I don't.
It's a type of headache. It mostly occurs in men, and it's one of the most severe pains that we know of. It's really excruciating, and there's a whole syndrome that occurs with it, and I think it's in fact part of a syndrome, the head pain. But anyway, so he got into it because of cluster headache, and he proposed, I think, one of the first theories of the biochemistry of it,
And was he able to do sufficient research in that area that maybe he found a way to ward off the cluster headaches that he had?
You can't cure them, but he did come up with some excellent treatments for it. I mean, some of them he came up with, some of them he sort of reintroduced that others had tried, and he made a lot of headway.
Do you get headaches a lot?
No, not a lot. Sometimes a migraine, but not severe. So.
Yeah. I was just wondering if they ran in the family or something like that.
Well, migraines do, yeah, and that's why I have them, because of my father. So.
Well, we fathers try to do the best we can for our daughters.
Yeah, well.
Here's Robert in Atlanta, Georgia. Hello, welcome to CBS.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Lisa, I love you.
Oh my God.
Anyway, my roommate Steve and I are up here, and we just want to first of all say that we think you're the best part of the show, and we just adore you, and we really hope you win the Emmy.
Oh, thank you. Wow, that's really nice.
I have a couple of questions for you. First of all, when you're watching TV, when you have some free time, which shows do you enjoy watching, and why do they mean so much to you, besides Friends, of course?
Well, I enjoy watching, if we're talking about sitcoms, I really enjoy Seinfeld and Mad About You.
Right,
and even, when I'm not on, I still like watching Mad About You. I think Mad About You is a really great show.
Great, because that kind of leads into my second question. We also feel that we think you're a television demigoddess. We really do.
Oh, my gosh.
And we think that Helen Hunt...
What is a demigoddess? Is that like almost a goddess or beyond a goddess?
She's beyond a goddess. She's not even a demigoddess. She is 2 steps beyond. Okay?
Wow.
And we want to know what it's like working with Helen Hunt, because you two are probably our favorite female actors on TV. And we'd like to know what you think it is, how you react to working with her.
You're talking about Helen Hunt. You're talking about a great actress. And I'll tell you something else, Robert, about Helen Hunt right now. She could anchor on CBS, okay?
Oh, my God, she could do it.
She could anchor the news with Dan Rather in a second on CBS.
Lisa,
like that. Write that down.
You're a genius, and we just think you're just wonderful.
Lisa could anchor, too. Well,
Thank you. And thanks for even mentioning me with Helen Hunt in the same sentence. Thank you.
Well, what do you think of her?
I think she's great. Part of the reason I love doing Mad About You is that I get to work with Helen Hunt and Paul Reiser. And the only reason I still think that Ursula is even a little bit funny is because of the way they respond to Ursula. I don't have to be too broad because they're letting you know that what you think you just saw, you did see.
Well, I just have to say one thing. The scene where you were with Paul Reiser in the diner and you had the chalkboard, do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
That is that ranks right up there with my favorite I Love Lucy scene. I mean, I hope you take that as a compliment because I really mean it
take
that
it as
way.
a huge compliment.
Oh, you're wonderful, and I love you, and good luck on the Emmys. We hope you win.
Well, thank
Okay,
you.
Robert, was there anything about our show you liked along the way?
Oh, well, I love you too, okay? Not as much as Lisa, but almost, okay? And that's a great compliment, too.
All right, thanks, Robert.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Bonds. Back for a few more with Lisa, Kudrow, and you on the toll-free. We'll be right back after these messages. The final Newhart show as opposed to the final Bob show. You know, he's done, I believe, 3 or 4 series.
Yeah.
Were you all in on the gag, the dream gag that was the payoff to that?
We weren't supposed to be, but Peter Scolari told us what was coming.
He is a blabbermouth. I know Peter Scolari.
I'm glad he did. It was great. And then we, had a
Isn't
clue.
Bob great to be around, though? I mean, I know him in my personal life, and he's such a comforting guy. He's funny, but he's a real person. He's a terrific guy.
Yeah, and reasonable. There's no ego
Yeah.
there at all. It was really great to see, too. And he just won't it seems like, and I heard, he won't tolerate any unpleasant people.
No, he likes to be
On the
around.
set.
Well, his best friend is Don Rickles. There's the tip-off right there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Tracy, Huntington, West Virginia. Hi, you're on CBS Radio and TV.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Okay, Tracy, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Did you see Tom?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
I'm not even here when you're here. You know, it's the Tracy.
I'm sorry.
It's
Hi,
Felicia.
Tom.
Hi, how are you, Tracy? Nice to see you.
I'm doing
You
good.
almost blew the baseball, Tracy.
Oh, goodness. Lisa, I just have a question for you. I've read several articles that the friendships that you guys have off the screen are similar to the friendships that we see on screen. Is that true? And if so, what types of things do you guys do when you're out together and when you hang out?
Yeah, we actually are really close.
That's great.
And we go to dinner. I'm sorry, I'm looking at...
Do you really go out? I mean, most people on shows don't go out. Like, do we go out?
No, sir.
Rarely. We go to dinner once every 3 months or something, but we rarely go out
Okay,
together.
well,
We can't stand each other for
We
crying out
all
loud.
like each other a lot, and even though we spend 5 days a week together and then photo shoots and whatever else on top of that, we still love being together. And the girls
I'm not buying
go
into
out.
it.
Well, I don't have to say it, but it's true. But
Well,
it
I'm
is
glad
true.
to hear it.
We love spending time with each other. We go out to dinner all the time, and I don't know. I mean, the other thing is you have to keep in mind that we're all going through something together that hasn't happened to us before.
Exactly right, and which is being on a program together and interacting as an ensemble company. I'm guessing at
And
that.
it's a huge
See,
success.
here, if there's a cast dinner here, I go by myself. We don't have to take a lot of people.
Right. But that's right. But also just the like freakish success that Friends has with, like all the internet and all that
Yep.
kind of stuff. Everybody knows who we are, and we go out together, and it's a scene.
Do you go on that internet? That's something,
No,
isn't it?
I don't even have a computer.
You will, I'll bet you.
I will.
You know, we have a relationship here with Prodigy, and we're about to sign on with America Online. And I went on there one night, and I'll tell you, that's really something. I mean, a lot of people get on these chat things, and they ask very, very intelligent and perceptive questions based upon what they watch on the show.
Right.
And they chat about a lot of stuff on those computers.
Yeah, and nothing gets past them. So I think it's good because we have to be really careful that there are no inconsistencies because they'll see it.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. By the way, Tracy, I'm very glad you called. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
By the way, by any chance, do you work for NASA?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I just thought I heard something in your voice that would be a giveaway, but I must be mistaken. Thanks, Tracy.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. And Lisa,
Yeah?
before I go, I'd like to let you know, my friends and I are such big fans of your show. I'm not going to go into detail as to how, but a couple of nights ago, I spoke on the phone at home with David Schwimmer.
You're kidding.
And I'm serious. It was great, and...
Should we be worried about you?
Was he worried about me?
Well,
Did
not
you-
for that reason.
Well, I let him know. I said, we're definitely, we're not going to make a habit of this, and we're not going to, sell your phone number for $1,000 a pot.
All right. Anyway,
But,
Tracy, Tom's getting a little short on
oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now, you're sure you don't work for NASA?
I'm positive.
Okay.
I wish I did.
All right. Thanks for calling. Have a good weekend now,
You
okay?
too. Thank you. Bye, Lisa.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, Tracy.
Call someone at home.
I could go down the hall and get coffee if you want to take a few more calls.
She could call you at home.
Oh, no, she couldn't. Now, I read about you getting married to your beau at Malibu.
We got married.
In May.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in the gossip columns, there are always little reports of trouble, and I guess somebody played the wrong song at your wedding, and you got a little irritated.
I got irritated.
You're allowed to do
More
that.
than a little irritated.
That's all right. You're allowed.
Yeah, I grabbed that walkie-talkie and gave him what for in my gown and veil and train. And
Well, what was the mistake, though, actually?
It's not a huge mistake. They started playing my music before they should have, and then they were going to play the music that was supposed to come after me for the next
Well, what
part
was
of the
your
ceremony.
music?
It was, oh my God, I don't remember the name.
And you had a fight over it? You don't even remember it?
Moscone, I think. I don't know. It was a classical piece.
Okay.
And it was just music. And after that, I had a really great part of the ceremony where I didn't have a bouquet. I didn't have a lot of bridesmaids, any. My girlfriends each walked up the aisle and presented me with a flower, and that created my bouquet. Really moving, touching, excellent thing. I had the perfect music picked out for it. Portishead, cool. And they're singing in that. And he was going to play the Portishead for my walk up the aisle, and that's not right. I had the classical music.
So you picked up the old walkie-talkie and gave it to him right there,
Kind of gave it to him.
In front of 250 people.
No, just in front of the people, like carrying my dress and being sweet.
And aside from that, everything about the wedding and the marriage is fine.
Perfect.
Okay.
Knock wood. Oh my God. You shouldn't say that.
Say perfect again.
I can't.
You're a dear to come by late on Friday night. Much success to you. Have a great summer, and thank you for joining us here at CBS.
Thank you.
My
This has
great
been
pleasure.
fun.
Lisa Kudrow, one of the stars of Friends, and an Oscar or an Emmy Award nominee for the Emmy Awards coming up, I believe, on a different network this fall. Next, Richard Rhodes and the commemoration of the dropping of the bomb on Hiroshima in Japan here during this past week. We'll be right back after these messages.